Hi, I'm Nicole Boulanger, registered dietitian at BANA, and today's webinar is on myths and facts in terms of food and nutrition. So as you know, there's a lot of misinformation out there. You can find information everywhere about food and nutrition, and it makes it really difficult to know what's true, what's not. So hopefully after today's webinar, it'll help you navigate through a lot of that misinformation. So to start, detox diets. So they're also known as cleansing diets. I'm sure you've heard of them or known someone that's tried them or tried them yourself. The claim is that cleanse or detox diet promotes healthy intestinal bacteria, boosts your energy and immunity, and also that it may kickstart weight loss. So do they actually work? Research does not support these diets. It's possible that you can get some initial weight loss at first, but once you resume normal eating, the weight often returns. Are detox diets even safe? They in fact can be harmful, and they can also cause many unpleasant side effects, such as cramping, nausea, vomiting, headaches. They can also change the healthy bacteria in our colon, and those can lead to very serious side effects. So what can you do instead? Really, eating a healthy, well-balanced diet, including adequate fiber and water, as well as staying active, that's all you need really, and your body can cleanse itself. So the bottom line when it comes to detox diets is our intestines, lungs, kidneys, and liver detox and remove waste from our bodies every day. So stick to a healthy, balanced diet and get some activity. The paleo diet, I'm sure many of you have heard of this as well. It's a fairly popular diet, especially in the last couple of years. What is it? It really talks about going back to our 10,000 years ago to our ancestors and saying that we're better off eating how they did. So really that's talking about meat, fish, vegetables and fruits and nuts, and really limiting any kind of agricultural foods such as dairy products, grains. So some of the strengths of the paleo diet is that they do promote some very nutritious foods such as nuts, which are a source of desirable fats and have vitamins and minerals, as well as vegetables and fruit, which are also full of vitamins and minerals. Though the problem is it is eliminating some foods that we do also get a lot of nutrients and fiber from, such as the whole grains, and dairy contain a lot of important nutrients as well. So the evidence on the paleo diet, in fact, it shows that none of the benefits of the paleo diet were consistently observed in any of the studies. So the bottom line is that the paleo diet does not provide exceptional results when it comes to weight loss or health benefits. We've evolved since then, and really we don't actually know for sure what they were eating during those times. So the benefits are often not supported by evidence. And here's an interesting TED Talk where someone gives a really good talk in debunking a lot of those common myths about the paleo diet. So if you are interested in more information on that, you can check out that TED Talk. I have the link there. So another common myth is about organic foods. Some people think that organic foods are safer and more nutritious than non-organic foods. So this is a myth, but a lot of people are believing it because the sales are growing worldwide. And you probably also noticed that organic foods are often more expensive than non-organic foods. So what are organic foods? They exclude, so the making of these foods, they're farmed where they exclude synthetic fertilizers, synthetic pesticides, growth regulators, antibiotics, hormonal growth promoters, and irradiation food processing. They also use crop rotation and recycling plant and animal wastes. So the interesting thing is that conventional farming practices often use many of these same practices as organic farming. So what does the evidence say? The bottom line is studies have shown that organic foods are no more nutritious than or safe than non-organic foods. Okay, one of my favorite ones, carbohydrates. So as a registered dietitian, I hear this one a lot. Carbs are bad, or I want to lose weight, so I'm going to cut carbs. And I'm also a CDE, so a certified diabetes educator, and so I've talked a lot about carbohydrates. So this is certainly a myth that avoiding carbs will help to lose weight or is healthier. One big issue is that when you're drastically avoiding carbohydrates is you're missing out on healthy choices such as the whole grains, fruit, starchy vegetables, and legumes. And these foods provide lots of nutrients and fiber that have tons of health benefits. The other issue with avoiding carbohydrates or going on a low or no carb diet is it's not sustainable. So most people find that they're not able to stick with it, partially because you have to avoid so many foods. So it's not really sustainable. What are the benefits of carbohydrates? Some of the main benefits are that carbohydrates are our fuel. They provide us with energy and it's the main fuel source of our brain. They also contain vitamins and minerals, and as I said before, fiber. So, especially because of the fiber as well, it helps make us feel fuller for longer, especially when combined with protein and fats. So the bottom line is really our body will start to break down our muscle tissue for energy if we don't have enough carbohydrates. Our bodies need carbohydrates in order to function properly and feel full and satisfied. The best way to see lasting effects in our health is to make long-term healthy lifestyle changes, which include healthy eating habits as well as physical activity, and this does not include cutting carbs. Now, it is different, like if people are over-consuming carbohydrates, that's where there could be some benefit in having normal or more reasonable amounts of carbohydrates, but you don't need to be avoiding them or certainly eliminating them from your diet. Gluten-free diets. This is also becoming much more popular. So the myth is that gluten-free diets are healthier and can help you lose weight. So the facts are that gluten-free diet is only necessary for those with diagnosed celiac disease or gluten sensitivity. Many gluten-free foods are in fact higher in sugar and lower in fiber and other nutrients. And gluten-free bread products are in fact equivalent in caloric value to breads containing gluten. So the bottom line, there is no conclusive evidence to suggest that gluten-free diets are healthier or help with weight loss. And if you're concerned and think that you may have a gluten sensitivity or celiac disease, visit your doctor. Sugars. So I get this question a lot as well. Added sugars like honey and maple syrup, people thinking that they're healthier. They are not healthier than other sugars. There's some small differences. For instance, honey has some B vitamins and maple syrup has some manganese and other minerals, but they're in very small amounts. So your body does not process the sugar any different. So they contain about the same amount of calories. So the bottom line is all sugar and sweeteners should be consumed in moderation. Eating late. I'm sure you hear the celebrities talk about it a lot. It's everywhere. So the myth is that eating late is not good for you and promotes weight gain. So in fact, late night eating may be associated with weight gain and being overweight, but it does not cause this. Sometimes the problem is the types of foods we eat during that time, or the fact that we're not even really hungry at that time. So any time that you're overeating, that can lead to weight gain. In fact, it's common in Europe to eat dinner after 8 p.m. So they often eat late, and their obesity rates are lower than ours. So the bottom line is listen to your body, eat when you are hungry, and balance what we call fun foods, or energy-dense foods, with healthier choices. So this is just more of a little fun fact. Sometimes people wonder the difference between brown eggs versus white eggs. So there is no nutritional difference. The color of the shell just depends on the breed of the hen. fad diets and weight loss programs. So how do you know if it's a fad diet? Well, there's a few signs, some red flags. So if they're promising weight loss of more than 2 pounds per week, that's a bit of an issue. It's not recommended to be losing weight quicker than that. If they're selling you products, providing advice based on personal experience, so it's not actually evidence-based, cuts major food groups out, that's a big red flag. We need all the food groups, we want a variety of the food groups. Like we talked about today, we need the carbohydrates, fat, and protein, they're all important. And if it's something you couldn't continue for a long period of time, then it's probably unrealistic. And especially fad diets, kind of this diet cycling, has been shown to be the worst for our health and really leads to people, your weight tends to go like this. So you can lose some weight, but then you gain more, and that continues over time. And you feel frustrated that the diet didn't work, where in fact the diet was set up to fail in the first place. So the bottom line is there is no quick solution. Making lifestyle changes that you can carry on for a long period of time, that are balanced and healthy, include all foods, as well as physical activity. So what we talked about, Tricia and I talked about in the previous webinar on healthy eating. So it's about regular, balanced eating, including a variety of foods, and intuitive eating, so listening to your hunger and fullness cues. And that leads to a healthy mind and a healthy weight. So a nice quote is, if diets worked, it would not be a multi-billion-dollar industry. So that is all I have for today in terms of myths and facts. I hope that debunked some myths for you and that you found some of that information helpful. I do, on the paleo diet as well as the cleansing, I have some additional resources on that if you're interested in more detailed information. So they will have a link to our website and it will be on there. So thank you very much.